record. Right, we got 40 seconds. Let's try again. Let's just fill you in. We've been holding on to this opportunity to talk to Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers now for quite some time, especially after there was some confusion over the air date of the new single, and then it leaked on Friday anyway, so it's like, whatever, that's cool. People get to hear it, so we'll be looking forward to talking to Flea. And there was some confusion there for a second, because, of course, fitness first every single time. But right now, hopefully, we should have Flea on the phone.
This is he.
Yes!
What's happening, everybody?
How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm on the corner of Sunset and Hoover.
Way to tell everybody. In about 5 minutes' time, you're going to be signing autographs and having photos taken. Hey, listen, how was the run?
Right by the flower shop.
Oh, right by the good. Be specific. How was the run?
Oh, it was good. Sorry I missed you guys, man. I just forgot. It was all hot, and I got lost in these hot, dirty, dusty trails, but it was a good run.
That's okay, mate. What was really nice was having to resort to Twitter to see if we could find you. And loads of your fans, they know you so well. They're just like, he's just eating blackberries or blueberries in the mountains somewhere. He'll be down eventually. Don't worry about it. Hold tight. He'll be back. So,
I had my blueberries earlier.
Actually, we got a good question from somebody who sent us a text. I want to make sure I credit them, from Rosie, who said, do you ever run to music? And if so, do you ever listen to your own albums, like perhaps a new version of the new record, or any songs to remind yourself how they go before tours? Or do you ever listen to your own music when you run?
Never do I listen to any music when I run.
Wow.
Listening to music for me is such a consuming thing that when I listen to it, I'm so completely enveloped in the magic of the music that I just couldn't do. I don't want to run. When I run, all my senses, my breath, my heartbeat, my footsteps, nature is enough.
Fantastic. Listen, we've all heard now the new song. It's official. It came out a couple of days early, and I know you tweeted about that. I mean, obviously, in this day and age of trying to hold on to records and everything else, it's just a given that a lot of time they'll find their way to the audience earlier, sooner rather than later. But I guess as a musician, that doesn't bother you at all. It must be a great thing in a way that people get to hear it no matter what,
I don't really worry about it one way or the other. The only thing that I would ever worry about would be if I was lazy or didn't really take my time in the songwriting process to make the music as good as I thought it could be. So that's the only thing I ever fret about, because I do have a lazy streak, But so I don't really care about it. Anything that happens once the music is done, come what may.
We know that you guys are ready because the album is finished. We have, I think it's 14 tracks now on a track listing. It has an album title, and the first song is on ready. So we know you guys have taken your time and you're proud of every note that's on that record. There's been some changes, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. But let's just talk a little bit about the new song, The Adventures of Raindance Maggie, and why this one rose to the surface as a piece of music for people to hear first. How did that happen?
Mostly, I'm not real good at picking singles or anything, and between us and our management and stuff, they're like, "This is a good first single," and I really don't know what's good to go first, because it's a tricky one, because all of the songs on the record are so different. The Adventures of Raindance Maggie, I like the song. It's a cool, simple, funky little jam, but it's completely different. There's nothing else on the record that sounds anything like it. Every song, what was important to us when we put the record together was to make sure that each song filled its own space and was not like another song on the record, because we wrote like 70 songs, So it's not even necessarily all the best ones that we put on, but just the ones that each one occupies its own space, So that's a difficult question to answer. I really don't know. It's just, it's the first single. It is what it is. You get the whole record, and really get what the statement is that we made, in August.
I know that you also sent a message to your fans saying you still get a thrill out of hearing it on the radio. We're going to ask you politely to stay with us and hold for a second, and I'll sweeten the deal by playing the hottest record in the world tonight. The Adventures of Raindance Maggie. We'll come back and continue to catch up with the fittest man in California right now, Flea, in a second.
Monday night with Zane Lowe, and it's about 7:30 p.m. and my man Zane is about to put on the hottest joint in the world.
Lipstick, junkie, debunked, all in one. She came back wearing a smile, looking like someone drugged me that wanted to unplug me. No one here is on trial. It's just a turn around and we go. Oh, well, and we go. Tick tock, I want to rock you like the 80s. Cock blocking isn't allowed. Tugboat Sheila is into memorabilia. Who said 3 is a crowd? We bet we get it on the go. Hey now, we've got to make it rain somehow. She told me to and showed me what to do. A maggot makes it in a cloud. I said, hey now, we've got to make it rain somehow. She told me to and showed me what to do. She knows how to make it loud. Raindance Maggie advances to the final. Who knew that she had the goods? Little did I know her body was warm, delicious vinyl. To your neck of the woods, I want to look a little bit. Hey now, we've got to make it rain somehow. She told me to and showed me what to do. A maggot makes it in a You got the wrong girl, but not for long, girl. It's in the song, girl, 'cause I'll be gone, girl. Hey now, we've got to make it rain somehow. She told me to and showed me what to do. A maggot makes it in a cloud. I said, hey now, I wanna rock this rowdy crowd. She told me to and showed me what to do. She knows how to make it loud. But not for long, girl. It's in the song, girl. 'Cause I'll be gone, bye, 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 yeah. Oh, bye, 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 girl. Let Taco sing. Rock the bed on my fame. Boom, bam, ba-da-ba-da-ba-boom, bam, bam, ba-da-dum, bam.
That's that magic cowbell right there, Flea, that makes an appearance and keeps things moving in a very lovely way.
Yeah.
Is that Chad, or does somebody else get an opportunity to smack the cowbell during that session?
Yeah, no, that's our friend Mauro.
It's awesome, man. More cowbell. That's what the world needs, is more cowbell.
Totally.
The Adventures of Raindance Maggie is the first official single taken from the forthcoming new Red Hot Chili Peppers album called I'm With You, which is due out on the 29th of August. And it's the first time that fans have had a chance to hear, new guitarist, new member Josh Klinghoffer in the band laying down recordings on this brand new record. So, I mean, without going through the whole story, because there's time for that when we get a full-length interview, hopefully, with you in the future, how was that transition for Josh? And because I know he'd been in the part of the family for a while, just talk us through the emotions when he sort of finally joined the band and everything.
Well, it was pretty mellow, actually. When John left the band, it was very emotional, but all things come to an end and at one point or another, and he just, didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And we, obviously, I thought to myself that if that eventuality would happen, if John would leave, that I would never want to continue the band without him. However, once he left, and we also, we were taking a big break at the time, taking a 2-year break, and I realized that my love for the band was so powerful, and my friendship with Anthony was so long and deep that I just really wanted to continue it, and just didn't really want to spend a lot of time looking around for guitar players or anything. And Josh was my friend, and he was right there, and he's already our brother and close to us, so it wasn't really any big thing. He just came in, and we just started playing, and if anything, the hard thing was just, for me anyway, it was just letting go of what it was and embracing something new, because John is such a much, he's a much different musician.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh is, they're very different from each other. And, Josh is a much more subtle, sublime type of player. It's not like John is so immediately amazing. You hear him, it's like, this guy's amazing. And Josh, it's something, it's subtler, but no less amazing, but in a subtler way, and it kind of creeps up on you. All of a sudden you realize that you love something, and it's not as, it doesn't bludgeon you over the head as much.
That's true. I mean, when I first heard the song, I really, really, loved the guitar playing in it, because it settled into the band in such an appropriate and really nice way. It wasn't like it was way up front like, I'm the new guitar player, check it out, I got licks, and we all know he does. But it was like he was really in the pocket with all of you. But that also leaves an opportunity for other instruments to perhaps shine in certain ways, or other elements of the group. I mean, have there been sort of, is there a sound on the record that where things are kind of jumping forward that haven't done in the past on this new album, do you think?
There are lots of differences. Of course, the main difference being Josh in the band, but a lot of the music for this record, I started writing on the piano a lot, so a lot of the stuff is written on the piano, and as well, Josh also writes on the piano. So that was in the creation of the song, in the creative process, normally in the past we'd always written stuff on bass and guitar, and it would, immediately be what it was. Whereas when you write something on the piano, then you translate it to the bass and guitar, translate it to a rock band. It makes the creative process be a lot different. And it's, it's a different feeling for the song, just that act of the translation, in the creative process. But all that stuff, nothing, it's just the spirit of what it is what's different. We had to let go and let nature take its course, and let what the force of the music is, which comes from a sacred, natural, cosmic place, just let it be what it is and try to get out of the way and let it live for what it is and let it be alive and vibrate in the way that it needs to. And that's what we've always done. And in this case, having a different guy, it's just a much different groove. So,
Speaking of vibrations and different forms of energy, not only do you have a new player in the band, a new member of the family, but you're also doing launches on Facebook, and you're on Twitter at Flea333. I should be able to get you 15 or 16 more followers with that shout out. And it's a crazy new world in this day and age now in terms of preparing a record and reaching out to your fans. There's so much more in front of you. You can directly reach out to them. Does that side of things inspire the band, or in fact just you personally going in and using that to your own methods?
I can't really say that it's inspiring. I was kind of very against the concept of Twittering. It seemed absurd to me, and can't you just live your life and not share it with everybody?
Yeah.
But
we've all felt that way, mate, at some point or other. But it gets you in the end. That's the point.
Yeah, well, what happened to me was I have a nonprofit music school in Los Angeles called the Silver Lake Conservatory of Music, and I ran the LA Marathon to raise money for the school, and someone told me the best way to do that, to let people know what you're doing, is to Twitter, so I started doing it, and then I just kind of liked being, connecting with people, I realized, and when we were over our last couple of tours, I had been writing a blog on the Chili Peppers website, this Flea mail thing, which I enjoyed doing, and people enjoyed reading it. So it's just kind of an abbreviated version of that. More than anything, I like sharing things that are really important to me with people. Like, it's not so much, nothing to do with my personal life or anything like that, but like the things that I really love, that I like to bring attention to in terms of, music and literature and film and things like, that human beings do that I find amazing.
He's a sharing and caring guy. I can speak from experience. He's always been incredibly sharing with us, and it's now time for him to dig deep within his heart and share with us if at all, any information about forthcoming tour dates. If there's anything to say, now's the time to say it in a sharing and caring fashion, of course, Flea. Of course.
I tell you, we'll be coming. We're coming. We're doing a world tour. We will not leave a place unturned, and we will be coming. And when we come, we will rock like wild, unleashed animals. That much I can promise.
Yes.
It will be blood and chaos and death and love and peace and warmth and fucking... Oh, shit. Oops.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Okay. No, because I want to say goodbye.
I start thinking about gig, I get carried away.
I want to say goodbye to you properly, but I want to clear this up really quickly. Just, for anyone that's listening that is offended by foul language, and I'll take care of this, Flea, it's cool, stay put. For anyone who is offended by foul language, on behalf of Flea, myself, and everybody in the studio that doesn't condone this in the public form, then we would like to unreservedly apologize to anyone who might have been offended by that very, very innocent slip of the tongue by our good friend Flea.
I apologize, and I mean no offense to any child. I got real excited thinking about those concerts, man, because I just want to get buck wild and rock the people.
Let's not go down that road again, because I know where this is going to end. Let's just say what's up to everyone at Red Hot Chili Peppers in Brazil and listening all over the world who have been tweeting, wanting shout-outs. Your fans are listening around the world, and thank you for your time, Flea.
Peace and love to all.